Howdy YouTube, and welcome to this episode of the Gunman. So today we have my 1975 LH Torana finally reunited with me. So the story with this car here is I actually bought it must have been around 20 years ago now. So many of you would know that I moved over to Western Australia, and when I did that in about 2012, I left this car here at my dad's place, just in the paddock. So it's picked up a little bit of rust. It's one of those ones that it doesn't actually look that bad from a distance until you get closer up. You really see how bad it is. And yeah, like from this distance, you're like, hey, that's not too bad. But as you're about to see, you get that little bit closer and it's got rust all over it. Like, have a look at this door. You know, same thing. You kind of come back there and it doesn't really stand out, but you get closer up and you realize that's just holes, like there's nothing left there, you know. So look, luckily these are very popular Aussie classic cars, and you can get most parts for them, like most rust sections. You can get new door skins for them, so they're probably Taiwanese, maybe not the best quality panels, but I mean, can't be any worse than nothing, because that's all that we've got left there. You can get these guard sections as well, the lower guard. They do rust sections, and I think they even do like lower quarter panel sections for down the bottom here. But yeah, look, I just wanted to sort of capture this moment here and just give you guys a look at how it is before I start doing any work. Like, I literally haven't even cleaned it up. It's a pigsty on the inside. There's like some general belongings of mine that have just been sitting in there for, you know, 10 years type thing. So yeah, I just wanted to like show you guys. Yeah, I wanted to keep it as it is, just to remind myself as well, you know, like I just wanted to show just the state that it's in, you know, pre-repair. And it's going to be one of those things that we'll come back to and have a look at it and just say, wow, it's come a long way. But it, like, look at this kind of thing. There is literally like nothing left below those tail lights here. Like, you get a key, it just goes straight through there. So it's basically like the paint is the only thing that's holding that together basically at this point. Probably going to need new tail lights. I can see some cracks in the lenses there. They're obviously also filthy as well. But yeah, like, definitely got my work cut out for me here. But I think it's worth repairing. They're a classic car. And look, it's actually mechanically pretty sound. Like, I drove it up yesterday from the country. About a 2-hour drive, or just over a 2-hour drive. I drove it through the city. My boss is nice enough to let me borrow his trade plates. So he's got trade plates. So let's crank it up and I'll give you guys a look on the inside as well while we're here. So as you can see, like, all this dash fascia is out. I did have that. I don't know where it's gone. I saw some parts in the back here, so that's like the old dash. I don't know exactly where all that fascia is gone, but as you can see, there's like spiders webs all through the place. There's just junk, like some trim stuff that I was obviously trying to fix these. That's right, because it has vinyl over the top here. I remember doing some kind of repairs. This car was actually in pretty good condition 10 years ago when I left it, so it is a little bit sad to see that it's deteriorated so bad. But either way, we'll put the key in. Here we go. Oh yeah, the old Carbion. There's like a couple of pumps and a bit of choke. Too much juice. Let that warm up for a minute and then you can turn the choke off. As you can hear there, she purrs along really nicely actually. It's It's got a nice sound to it, a nice note. Doesn't look that neat under here, like all that rust was never there years ago, but you know, pretty solid engine. My mechanic's gone and replaced all these hoses, a new radiator in it. He put in a second-hand battery in there for me. There we go. She runs really well actually. It's messy. It's a bit dirty in there. It needs a really good clean up, but so yeah, that's it. It's definitely a bit messy under there. It needs a good clean up, but I've got a pretty solid engine, and mechanically it's not that bad. I'm obviously going to do a little bit of work to it. I need to upgrade the brakes. The brakes are definitely not that good, but can you even open the door? Have a look, like there was rust all inside here as well. So no doubt we'll be able to clean that kind of stuff up and repair the insides, but like that, I noticed that I opened this door and it's like the paint was like literally sticking to the inside of the car. But yeah, definitely got my work cut out for me. But yeah, it's got the little 13-inch dragway wheels on it. I'm gonna keep them. I'll give them a good clean up. Hopefully we'll get rid of most of that rust, and yeah, it should be like a nice little car for me. So the colour that's on there is Sting Red, which, if you don't know, it's actually got two names, Sting Red and Red Hot. F143. There's actually a couple of different colour codes for that same colour. I can't remember the other one. F143, but that's it. Like, obviously it's a bit fresher up underneath there, so that's what it looks like when it's fresh. So I'm thinking I might even keep this colour on it. I actually quite like this colour. What I'm going to do is like just buff a certain section up just to show like the difference in how it's faded, you know. Usually I wouldn't do that, but because all the paint's going to be coming off anyway, it'll be like a good before and after. Anyway guys, that's just a quick look over the car before I did anything to it. I haven't even cleaned it up, I haven't even taken any of the junk out of the inside of it. Hopefully you enjoyed this short little look at this car, and be sure to stay tuned to the channel for the progression on this awesome 1975 LH Torana. But yeah, there's a few wins, like the bonnet, that's actually in good condition. The boot lid is in good condition. It does have like a little bit of rust starting to come up underneath here, but that's all going to be repairable relatively easily enough. But yeah, one thing I do like about these cars is that everything's so basic. Like, I'm not a mechanic, but I look at that and I'm like, hey, I can work on that, you know what I mean? Same thing, like I'm not a automotive trimmer, but you look at that and they're like, hey, I can work on that. Like, everything is so basic. You know, even the dash and the electrics, it's just really, really basic. It's something I do and always have really liked about these Toranas. Anyway guys, just look, I mean, yeah, look at that. Like, even the seats, they're totally trashed, but you know, I'm gonna have to get new seats, new carpets. That headlining, I actually had that replaced, yeah, over 10 years ago now, but we'll clean that up. That'll be fine. I won't have to redo that one. Well, actually, that carpet, I put that carpet in myself as well, so that might actually clean up okay, to be honest. Anyway guys, be sure to stick around for the progression of this car. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a big thumbs up. Until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out. I'd like to say a big thanks to everyone for watching, and if you'd like to support the channel further, you're more than welcome to go over and check out some of the merchandise we've got. My personal favourite is those spray suits, so they're a good quality Colad
branded spray suit with the Gunman logo on it. There's also hats, drink coolers, hoodies, and t-shirts, so be sure to go over and check out the link in the description if you are interested.